Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sheikh, I actually had an interesting question. I have my animal ready for slaughter. What are some of the etiquettes that I need to observe to make it the most successful udhiyya?
MashaAllah, good question, Mujahid. So, subhanallah, this is something that most of us lose sight of as Muslims. And on the other hand, it is something for those people who advocate the rights of animals. This is something they should listen to, because Islam is very considerate about that. There cannot be a religion that is more morally superior than Islam. So when you have your animal, you just don't wrestle it down and put the knife to the throat. There are etiquettes the Prophet ﷺ taught us, and we have to maintain that. From the moment you hold your animal to the point of slaughter, you have to take it gently. You don't drag its way through. Take it gently, put it down on the ground gently until it has settled. The scholars also prefer that it should be placed on the left of its side, on the left shoulder basically, the front legs, facing the Qibla. Another very important point is the knife that you're going to use. So it has to be sharp. And if you haven't sharpened it, then you need to sharpen it. And you cannot sharpen it in front of the animal. You cannot sharpen it in front of the animal. And you cannot slaughter the animal in front of another animal. The Prophet ﷺ said that's like slaughtering the animal twice. It's the slaughtering itself physically and the mental torture that it will go through. Look at how amazing Islam is. So you've laid it down on its left, facing the Qibla. The knife is ready, sharpened. It should be sharp enough that it slaughters and slits the throat by the second rub. That sharp. But before you slaughter, you have to say what?
Bismillah Allahu Akbar.
Bismillah Allahu Akbar, exactly. And some of the scholars, they also prefer saying Allahumma minka wa ilayk. Allah, this is from you and towards you, to you. So you could do that. You don't need to verbalize the intention for whom it is being slaughtered. That's inside the heart. But Bismillah Allahu Akbar is extremely important. That's what halalizes the meat. It makes it halal. Then you slaughter it by the second rub. The arteries that need to be cut, we have to ensure that it's cut, is the two arteries and the windpipe by least, right? But there are four basically arteries: the windpipe and the food pipe. All of that has to be cut. Yeah.
What if, for instance, I miss the windpipe when slaughtering the goat or sheep? Is there anything that needs to be done? So
the slaughter has not been done yet. So you have to go back and make sure that is slaughtered. Another thing about slaughtering is also, some people are so enthusiastic they would just separate the head of the body. You cannot do that. You cannot separate the head of the body while slaughtering. Once the arteries, the two arteries and the windpipe are done, that's it. You leave the animal to settle. It kicks its life out. Once it is settled, then you start skinning. You cannot just skin it directly. Yeah. And we have to be absolutely sure that there isn't any other animal present looking at it.
Is there any dua or prayer that needs to be said after I've finished slaughtering the animal?
No, nothing specific that has been narrated from the Prophet ﷺ of what I know, and Allah knows best.
Jazakallah.
Brothers and sisters, this is a reminder to send your udhiyya before the 17th of June 2024. This is to enable us to distribute your udhiyya at the specified time. Remember, your udhiyya, which is either a goat or a sheep, goes for 7,500 shillings, $60 or 45 pounds. Don't forget that. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.